I guess right now we should really talk about pneumatics. And of course, here's a part. These are called the movable boards. Movable boards are the ones that have the fingers attached to it, or some method of pushing up on the action for each individual note. And then these are called the stationary boards, which usually have a hole drilled in it to match with the suction supply. So two parts of it. And this, of course, you see it still has the old pneumatic cloth still on it. It's very crusty, and it makes a mess when you're trying to remove everything, which you have to sand it. It's best if you have a stationary belt sander. It can be done by hand by putting a piece of sandpaper on a proven flat surface, whether a thick piece of glass or a piece of granite or something, and you put sandpaper on it, usually about 120, and you just repeatedly go across it to remove the rubber from them. But pneumatic's going to have two parts. You see on these pneumatics, I've had to make all new stationary boards. The originals were made out of poplar, so I made these out of poplar. Now, one thing that you got to remember when you're doing these, this is raw wood. It's not been treated at all. It has not been soaked in a hot glue solution, a thinned down hot glue solution. It is raw. But right now, all we're dealing with is putting a hinge into it. And you'll see that there's an area along here that I have relieved for the cloth to better be able to fold in there so it won't twitch or catch. And you'll see some roughness here around the hole. The other side's perfectly smooth. This is the side that I want to have to glue to the deck when I put them back on the deck boards. This will face the interior of the pneumatic. So this is what's called pillow ticking. And only get the pillow ticking that is starched. If you get the stuff that's not starched already, it just folds and flops all over the place. But this is starched, and you'll see it can stand up pretty much by itself. So you fold it in half, cut it to the appropriate sizes. This will fit into this pneumatic quite easily. Now, I only use hot hide glue. That's all I use. I have it over here to my side, so let me show you what's involved in it. All right, we are in frame. So, hot hide glue, you stir it. And now I will do something separately on hot hide glue. Stir it, wipe it off just a bit, and I'm going to apply it right here to the area where it's going to be glued. And I take a piece of that has been cut to size. A piece of wax paper goes between the two to keep them from sticking to each other. And I place it right onto it. Now, I don't put it so that it's absolutely equal with the end of the board. And if you can see, it's got about a 32nd of an inch shy of the end of the board. So it goes in there. All right, this one's going to mate with it. This is the inside of the board. Make sure of that. Make sure which end is the hinge, because sometimes the hinge goes near the far side of the hole. These are closer to the hole, the supply hole. Again, stir the hot hide glue, apply it onto your pneumatic, turn it over. Now, do not press it. Do not, because you've got to align these boards onto a flat surface. Make sure the hinge area is equal, that they are together as accurately as possible. Sides are aligned, the end. Now this board's up just a tad, so I adjust it quickly before it really starts grabbing, which it does almost instantly. Make sure you got it right. Now, I don't use these things very much anymore because I found out that they can cause more problems than what you think. Spring clamp goes onto it to hold these boards together till the glue dries. Now, I want you to see something about this spring clamp. If this spring clamp goes on tilted like that, it's going to have a tendency to pull the board on the red side backwards, and it's going to eventually cause misalignment. Same thing. So you've got to make sure that the spring, the two fingers are equally on the pneumatic board. So neither side has a tendency to pull a leaf of the pneumatic over. All right. Let's do one more. They're fairly easy to do. It's already been relieved. I know this is the hinge end because you can see the faint glue line that's still on there. So I know that's where that is. Also, on the opposite side, here's where the finger went. So these, for some reason, the bottom boards had them and the middle boards did, but the top boards don't. They're not relieved. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm just going to use an X-Acto knife and pull it along and just remove a small amount of wood to give you a little space. Now, I can also do this with a block plane, just to remove a little area. Down it goes. Let's get another one. Like I said, these I pre-cut. We'll stir it first. Come up, wipe it against the wiper. Make sure the glue extends all the way to the edge of the end of the board. You want that glue to absolutely be on there. I'm struggling to do this and see if you can see it at the same time. All right, there it is. There's the finger. This would be the hinge end. It's never wrong to double check yourself. Now, can you see how that glue goes on? It's just the right consistency. Probably taking too long to do this to show you. Don't press. Put them down on a flat surface. Now you can align the two boards. This way, the sides are aligned, and I look at it, and the ends are aligned. Or at least, this is the most important end. This end you can always sand a little bit, but this is the most important end. A clamp. Make sure that the two pieces of the clamp are equidistant from the hinge, or otherwise it'll start pulling it out of alignment. All right. Do one more, okay? There's nothing to it. It's already been relieved. Let's get another one. Here's where the hinge was. I didn't sand all that glue off. Down. Let's get one of these. Now, we stir the glue. Once again, I'll do a separate presentation on hot hide glue because so many people are just so intimidated by hot hide glue. And to be honest, yes, it can be intimidating because how often in your life have you dealt with hot hide glue? I mean, you might have dealt with glue before, but hot hide glue? Huh, not really. Stir the glue. Getting up close. Onto here. And in trying to get this done for you, I forgot to put relief cuts on that. Don't press. Put flat down. Align the sides. Cross here. Now, press on the end. Check the alignment of these two. That's good. You can even look down from this angle and see if they are aligned. Side, side. Are they? Yes. Okay. And a spring clamp. Again, checking to make sure that they are correctly on. Aha! Look. The hinge end is okay, but look here. See that? This will have to be put, after it comes out of the clamp when it's dry, it'll be put carefully onto the belt sander, onto the disc part of the combination belt sander. A belt and a disc. You put it onto it, sand that little excess away. That's it, folks. That's pneumatics, the first part of them. Hang tight, there'll be more.